So first of all, I want to just make clear that we're not specifying a certain gender, that only men or only women have to increase their driving age. I know men are the ones that have the higher death rate, but it's concerning all teenagers, not just men. So I think she gave statistics on just men that they have a higher rate, but we're specifying on every teenager. So she said that it's that teenagers need to drive so it can mold them, and they have to go to their job, to school or whatever. But I mean, what if they're 8? You know, they can't. They have to depend on somebody else. They have to have somebody that, you know, takes them or something. But like in a job, speaking of the job, there's other ways of going. Like when there's a will, there's a way. They can get a bus, they can get a bike, they can walk, they can find a closer job. They don't specifically have to get a job that involves driving. So that's not the only. They're not limited. So it's not a right. It's like it's a privilege. So why not wait till you're 18 and then it'll be safer? Because the motor vehicle states that the leading cause of death for teenagers is 15 to 17. So vehicle car crashes does make a big difference between this age range. So it says, they also state that 16-year-olds are 3 times more likely to die in a motor vehicle crash than average of all drivers. So that goes with that. And when we mentioned about the maturity level, it says research shows that young person's brain is not fully developed until after the teen years have passed, and this in turn reduces the young person's ability as a safe driver. So with the current law, as the motor vehicle stated, the car crashes are the leading cause of death. So we know that the current law isn't working, so another law should come in effect so it can help. Another law should be considered so it can prevent these deaths of teenagers. And she mentioned the GDL program, and it says that the GDL program is actually reducing the death rate on among teenagers, but applying the GDL and also raising the driving ages for 1 year, because they get their driver's license. They can't get it when they're 16. They still have to get it. In California, especially, they have to get it when they're 17. So what would a year more raising their driving age would hurt? And then it says, applying the GDL, they say that the teenagers are more immature than adults because they have undeveloped dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, which is it helps them allow to do the judgment that has reflexes and stuff. So imagine using the GDL and raising a year up, it would save us many teenage lives and it would benefit. So she also stated that teenage drivers account for only 6.4% of 2.5 million people, total drivers in the United States. But she didn't state that 14% of all drivers involved in fatal crashes, that teenagers are involved, even though they only take 6.4%, they contribute to 14% of all drivers' fatal crashes, and 18% are involved in police reported crashes. So they take a small amount on the drivers, but they create a lot of dangers on the road. Driving age should